careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Captain Fitz... Oh, come... What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
You don't dare say a thing because you respect their memory. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a lot on your mind.
You're not a PI for nothing. Okay. I don't know what it's worth, though. But Mrs. Hawkins, she went to see her doctor very often.
She was sick.
I shouldn't have mentioned it to you. Forget it.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous.
Yeah? Well, it wasn't. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about?
We all then.
I've got.
Any,
What can you tell me about?
we all then.
You don't.
Okay.
She was. I've got what.
Anything.
What can you tell me?
We all then.
I've got.
Any.
Captain.
Oh, drink.
That'll be all for.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader. Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
You have no right to treat... Just like this.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
She will do it again, you know.
Oh,
The girl doctor, Colden. She won't stop asking.
not that again. She will get us into trouble.
I know.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last.
The biggest. The one of the miraculous catch. Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night.
So long.
I had to wing of the girly boys. I was with a man fly home. I leave all Queensland. I
What you looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it. I told you to...
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said...
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck. I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can...
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see...
What a macabre souvenir.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
Back. Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it...
Killer whales have few predators. And there are no sharks in these waters. What creature could possibly have done this?
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn...
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
You didn't tell me that the...
Because it's own... And I don't want it. Now, please.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
These wounds. I know of no...
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give. guess I can't even say which language it's written in.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's...
What do you mean?
The only one left there is old Silas. And the accident is... He can be unpredictable. Especially if a stranger...
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. You again?
No need... You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have...
Do not rile me.
He's right.
We're annoyed.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two Wait. Now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them...
Quieter.
What brings you...
The two guys behind...
The bootleggers.
They're protecting their territory.
They really don't have... They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunk.
If only they would...
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on.
Nothing.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us.
St. Brendan. He protects until the...
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our
It's not because it doesn't float.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much wood.
Fitzroy gives us a few...
So?
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing...
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station...
So?
I've taken enough.
We'll see.
Come on, you could tell me.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet that you... How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot.
And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut.
What?
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors?
Who else in Europe?
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you
Everybody knows us.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard and we let
What are you
Listen.
Cat.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah.
Shut up, you dummy. You want—
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like—
She redid the smile of the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
She sounds frightening.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse.
No, it's very simple.
I don't give a damn about your—
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason—
I've got to get inside.
Oh, yeah?
She sent me to—
You got no proof.
If I can't get rid of those two.
What's with you?
We saw— Go die.
I bid you— If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
You again?
No.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand.
You didn't tell me.
Because it's and I don't. Now,
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
This warehouse looks abandoned.
No doubt a question of territory, but you want to know more?
Good. I've seen the kind of messages they're bossed. You're not scared.
Of course I am. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, knows around too.
I shall take...
You're back again. What can...
Apparently the bootleggers don't want anyone...
They're part of the private...
And yet the place looks abandoned.
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less...
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by...
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You're back. What can...
I'm just back from the wharves.
Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
The police took the decision.
You've got to understand them. They did.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept...
To look into the real cause. I examined its wounds. I know.
And I took you...
Believe me when I say that these wounds are significant.
Come. You've only just arrived. And already you think like a sailor.
Your superstitions are expressed in a rather disturbing fashion.
What do you mean?
The statue at the end. Somebody disfigured.
I condemn these actions. St. Brendan and this statue a witness.
You don't know.
I wonder as much as you do. I hope they'll...
I shall be on my way.
So come...
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine. This tunnel goes under the warehouses. A handle. It must come from these old winches. This ratchet device seems to be usable. I could use this old... It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch. Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to... Damn, I broke it.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf? Has the cat got your...
You've come for what I've got to say won't...
You're a quick... I decide who comes in, and anyone who doesn't...
You don't have to do this.
Of course I... Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Oh, I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm going to have to deal with her.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
Left. My God.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. So understand by that. Tell me.
I'm fascinated by...
Huh. You certainly... You reek of private eye.
The Hawkins.
Now why doesn't that surprise me? If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about...
Is that more dangerous than having a drink with you?
I'm not... The old families? They were... And they'll be here long after we are gone.
The old families?
The descendants of the first wave. These people truly worship their ancestors.
I've got a few questions about...
I'm not here to give you information.
I need to get into the Hawkins where...
You're out of luck.
It's precise...
Are you pulling...
I'm very serious. The whole family, and I've got reason to believe that there's...
Well, to be honest, but I'll go with you. To make sure you...
Sounds on.
I'm not... If I do that for you, you'll be indebted to me. And I guarantee that I... Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return.
Do I have...
Oh, we always... Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him. It's fine. He's with me.
Oh, okay.
Be a gentleman and move that for me. That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case? Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? It smells as bad as it looks. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand. Come on. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you finally grown—
Why, you—
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do. Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawk.
They were trapped in the draw. A week.